Hey guys, AJ here back on my one for you. So guys, these 3 or 4s are broke as a joke, broke as a joke. What do we always say, guys?
Winter is coming.
Winter is here, guys. Credit card debt, student loan debt, high interest car loans, bastard kids. These chicks are broke as a joke, man. Broke as a joke. And the only reason why they're so lackadaisical about money is because they ultimately expect us guys to pay off their bills.
Here I come to save the day.
Don't pay their bills, guys, because the following's a compilation of my videos of these chicks whining about being broke. So guys, like, subscribe, drop a comment, hit that join button. Enjoy.
But like, I'm in my car, I'm actually at work, and this is during lunchtime. And I said, Celeste, if you don't do it now, you won't do it. It has been really tough for me. And because of some decisions that I have made that I regret making. I always talk about Atlanta. And I feel like when I left my corporate job, making a good salary, and decided to chase a dream, thinking everything would fall into place, things would be in order, my life blew up.
Look at
It
that.
has not been the same in 3 years. And I've had a lot of thoughts around it, and I may talk longer than I need to, but so I'm sorry. And I might have to break this up. But when today was a hard day.
Here come the tears.
Reality is something else. I recognize that most of it is my doing and undoing. And honestly, I really want God to wave a magical wand and take me back to the day I was going to resign and listen to the advice I was given. But I didn't, because I think I'm grown and I have the answers.
There it is.
And I found out I don't. I used to say I would want to go back before that bad relationship out of college. And I'll talk about that. But I don't want to go back that far. I just want to go back 3 years. The scary part about it is, even if I had made what I thought would be the perfect decisions, it doesn't mean anything would have ended up differently. I still could have been in this predicament. I didn't see this coming. I thought I had prepared. And evidently I didn't. Which makes me think about a couple of things. Okay, so what happened was, let me just go back. When I left my corporate job, I was 54, I believe.
Look
53,
at
54.
that.
And I'm on the latter half of my life. And sometimes I think and ask myself, what was I thinking? Was it really that important to you? Could you not have just kept it going and done this later? But I didn't. So I stepped out. I believed everything would fall into place and I would be okay. And y'all, when God tells you something, listen and be obedient to it. And I didn't. And I know that is part of the reason I'm having issues today. When I left to go to Atlanta to pursue acting, I kept hearing, you're not going to need to look for a job. You're not going to need to look for a job. And unbeknownst to me, he had something waiting for me. Before I left, someone here in Memphis connected me to somebody in Atlanta about, working a job. And I started going through the process, the interview, filling out the application, and able to do the job. It was something that was right up my alley. Unfortunately, I allowed myself to I self-sabotaged. And I said, you know what? I can't do this job. I'm going to be acting. I don't know when I'll need off, when I'll do this, A, B, C, and D.
A woman ignoring good advice and self-sabotaging? You don't say.
Just like a woman.
I need an excuse because I'm thinking it's going to be okay. You'll get someplace steady, consistent. You'll be able to take off when you need to and so forth. Because I'm thinking, I don't want to interrupt or get anybody else in trouble. If I had been a little bit more wise and I guess maybe selfish, I would have taken the job without question. That was in October of 2022, rolling into November. I did not find a job until, oh my gosh, September of 2022.
Look at
Almost
that.
a whole year.
Guys, look at that. Let's pump the brakes, guys. Let's pump the brakes. Guys, haven't you seen my videos where I always say that 304s can go long periods without being employed, right? Isn't that insane? Guys, think about the last 20 years of your life, 10 years of your life, 15 years of your life. How many days that you went unemployed? She was unemployed for an entire year.
I hustled. I drove DoorDash. I did Amazon deliveries. I worked overnight at Walmart. I did everything I could. And I'm sorry, y'all. I did it's called Insta work. Everything I could. And then I also ended up withdrawing my pension and my retirement because I just didn't have enough money.
Withdrawing her pension and her retirement? Yikes!
And this is not how I expected things to go. I really didn't, because I'd always landed on my feet. And this is the first time I had not. So I went and I finally got a job and was working at a company. Had talked to them, told them I did acting. You know, every now and then I might need some time off. Because, you know, I wasn't doing like big time. I wasn't gone all the time. It was fine. They hired a manager who had a problem with it. And she didn't want to...
Guys, pump the brakes. We knew that manager that had a problem, we knew that was going to be a woman, right, guys? Right? Because, guys, a woman's worst enemy is another woman. She probably heard the acting thing, and all of a sudden she was... You know what I'm saying?
Honey, I'm going to kill you, you fucking whore! Give me any additional opportunities. She had issue with me. And I'm a worker. I'm dependable. Most of the time I was there, and I would look around and I would see other people not showing up for work, leaving early, coming late, and that's not how I work. I'm going to be on time. I'm sorry. I'm going to be on time. I'm going to work my butt off. I'm going to help you. I'm going to support you. I'm going to leave on, I'll leave at my designated hour if I don't have anything else hanging or, over. I eventually ended up leaving in April because she was riding me. And I was like, I am not going to put up with this. Well, sorry, was checking to see if someone else was there. But I ended up finding another job. I was working Amazon in the warehouse. Did that for a while. I actually enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. And eventually got another job. Okay, that was April. In July, started a new job in July 10. It was a contract to hire.
Guys, I can't. She goes on for like another 15 minutes, guys. I can't. Because you guys see, she's cooked. Cooked. I actually might revisit this on a live stream, guys. But she's cooked, right? Guys, at 54 years old, she decided that she was going to move to Atlanta and be an actress, right? What in the world was this chick thinking, right?
You stupid woman!
I think that it was like Meryl Streep or one of those, giraffe-faced old broads that said like less than like 10% or 8% of people on television in movies are over the age of 45 or 50, right? So guys, she's already one of the smallest demographics that's represented on television. And she's a B-dub too, right? And guys, acting is a difficult field to break into. Right? I have a friend of mine, and he's been on Law and Order. He's been on a couple things, but he's been grinding acting for 15 years. You know what I'm saying? And he's breaking out a little bit, but he's been on some web series, whatever. But guys, acting is hard, right? That's why acting's a young person's game. Hey guys, she moved to Atlanta. How many other B-dubs her age or younger are all trying to get the same parts as her? Why? Why would you do such a thing? Guys, that's this whole, social media, Instagram, only God can judge me type thinking, man. And of course, she wants God to wave a magic wand because all these chicks act like God is intergalactic Santa Claus, right? Come on, man. I guarantee you that the majority of people telling her not to do this were all males, and she said, you men can't tell me a damn thing, and now she's cooked. She thought that she was going to go to Atlanta and everything's all good. She was going to be the next Angela Bassett, and then about a year in, she found out.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
Clown world, right? And you know what the craziest part is? So someone posted this link on Instagram, guys. She actually went viral. Guys, she's at like 27,000 subs now. Hold on. In 7 days, she went from like 500 subs to 18,500 subs, right? All because of this one video. This one video has 471,000 views. Okay? Only a woman can talk about her failures and actually get clout and actually get views and actually get subs. You think that if a guy goes, oh yeah, I moved to, LA and, what I'm saying, I thought I was going to be the next Tom Cruise or the next Idris Elba, that he would get views and subs? No. First, let me translate. Of course.
Literally broke, and it is so frustrating. I really want to talk about a couple things of what's making me struggle financially. I know right away people are going to be like, just get a job, save the money, blah, blah, blah. I just have such a hard time keeping a stable job.
Look at that.
It's not because I'm lazy. It's not because I don't want to work. It's because I have so many freaking mental obstacles that get in the way and literally preys on my downfall. It's the fact that I get in my own head so much, I create my own panic attacks. It's bad. And then I want to cry and I can't stop crying. It's embarrassing. It is. But now the consequences is that I don't have money. So I've been door dashing. I've been looking into little things that I can do, which the door dashing's fine, but it's I don't have gas money to drive. And it's just there's no possible way of me saving money. And here's another thing. I literally don't buy anything. I wear the same clothes. I have my set pairs of clothes that I like to wear, which I know a lot of girls my age are shop. I can't shop because I'm not even gonna wear it. I'm probably just gonna be in sweatshirt and sweatpants or something. I don't buy things I don't need. I'm literally doing Project Pin to get all of my skincare stuff and all that out of the way, and I've gone through so much of it. I need new stuff, but I'm not gonna buy it because I can't. Ugh, I don't know. I've been trying to push through the fact that I'm broke, but I can't. I can't do anything. That's just literally. I need some tips. I need some tricks. I need people to Venmo me because I'm struggling. I can't drive anywhere. I'm literally a community college student, and I want to move out. I want to do all these things. It's so frustrating. I have so many goals that I just cannot reach financially.
Look at that, guys. Tips and tricks. Get a job! What is going on? Guys, look at this idiot right here.
A pot-smoking slut.
Clown world. Guys, do you think a guy could actually be like, yeah, man, I just can't hold a job because of my mental health issues, right? Guys, she's serious. She said she can't even hold a regular job. Absolutely insane. Guys, she hasn't worked. She doesn't have a regular job.
You're a bum.
No money.
You're a bum.
What are you talking about? That means that you're living off your parents.
You're a bum.
What are you doing? Guys, this is how much easier that these women have it than us men. Guys, in the comments, put in the last 20 years the length of time that you haven't worked at least 40 hours a week. I have so many mental obstacles.
You stupid woman.
Guys, this is a white chick in the West. The most privileged group of people on God's green earth. She's not living in Afghanistan where chicks can't even go outside. She's living in the West. This chick is cooked. Guys, rate this chick on the cooked-o-meter, right?
It's over 9,000!
Look at that, guys. Now, guys, only one person here has some sense. Someone says, you're causing all of this, LOL. Not trying to be harsh, but reality is harsh. You just have to keep pushing through it. Everyone's struggling. We just keep pushing through it every day. And then had the balls to post this. Guys are hashtags. Hashtag broke. Hashtag saving money. Hashtag job problems. Hashtag cooked. Clown world.
Y'all are wondering what level of broke I'm at. I had a dream last night that I went through a drive-thru and won a Mr. Beast challenge and won $20,000 and was like, wow, we can pay our electric bill.
Cooked, guys. Cooked. See? Broke is a joke. Strong and independent, right? You know? They chose to be out here trying to work just like us men. Right? But guys, so we gave them the wheel to their own lives, and what did they do, guys? Crash into a ditch. Guys are hashtags. Hashtag broke. Hashtag dreams. Hashtag bills. Hashtag adulting. Clown world.
We are running realistic errands today. I have $56 left in my bank account.
Look
And
at
I
that.
need to go to Costco and get protein shakes. And I need to get paper towel, not from Costco. Let's do the damn thing. Okay, I was on the phone while I was eating all my samples. I got some chili and cookies, and this place is a zoo, so I'm getting the frick out of here. Already ran my other errands for the day, so I'm gonna go walk around Target for funsies, try to find a solo paper towel roll, and then go home, just hang out. I'm starving, and this is the only way I can prevent myself from buying something out that I can't afford, fiscally and calorie-wise. That's half good enough for now. I'm gonna walk across this enormous parking lot to Target because I need more time outside, and driving through parking lots is honestly, it's my personal hell. Cute. That's cute. It's fucked up. This might do. So my boyfriend's been wanting to buy a frame for this piece of art that we have. So I am gonna get this frame, but he already sent me the money for it. Being realistic about how I'm able to shop and buy all these things today. So cute. I love reindeer. So my boyfriend gave me $40 for the frame. It ended up
He's a
only
simp.
being $30, and with the paper towels after tax, it was $34. So I ended up making $6 by going to Target. Didn't spend a dime. All I bought today was $17 in gas, a $13 tube of mascara that I needed desperately. We are running.
So she saved money because her boyfriend gave her money, guys. That's girl math for you right there, guys. Absolute morons, dude. Look at that. And guys, if she's broke, why is she at Target shopping? Shopping around to buy things, right? When she's broke. You absolute dunderhead.
You stupid woman!
Why? Hey guys, in the comments, let me know if you agree. Just go and get some cheap protein powder and like a gallon of milk. Or just use water and make yourself a protein shake. You can get cheap protein powder for cheap. What are you talking about? You have to buy a whole thing of pre-made protein shakes? You absolute moron!
Some people are really fucking stupid.
Why? This is why us guys always have money for retirement. We have investments, you know? This is why single men always do better than single women, guys. You know? Well, she isn't single. She has a knucklehead of a boyfriend
Beta bear.
that just sends her money, and then she says she made money. Look at that. Guys, absolutely insane. Why? This thunderhead right here. This whole video just shows why these 304s will always be broke. And guys, the reason why they're like that is because they expect one of us to swoop in and pay their bills.
Here I come to save the day.
What are you talking about? Guys, there's 500 comments here. Someone says, yes, I'm tired of seeing $400 Target runs being labeled as errands. Someone says, yes, the $56 bank account is so relatable. This chick says, I have $17 until Friday. Girl says, we're struggling for sure. Look at that, a $13 thing of mascara. Look at that, man. Guys, they're calling this relatable and sensible. This is not realistic. Us men stay home, guys. Matter of fact, guys, in the comments, put the longest that you've gone without shopping for anything for yourself other than food. Look at that, guys. They're calling this budget shopping when her boyfriend sent her money. Guys are hashtags, hashtag errands, hashtag realistic, hashtag relatable, hashtag girls, hashtag girl math. Come on.
The lie detector determined that
Get
was a lie.
into this.
I'm in my 30s and I'm almost $750,000 worth in debt.
Look
and you
at
may
that.
ask yourself, well, how in the world did you get there? My two largest sources of debt are my student loans and my house. So my house I originally bought in 2019 for $375,000. I'm now down to $339,638. And my student loans, I graduated in 2016. I've been paying every single month since then. I originally took out a little over $200,000. I'm now at $307,008.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Look at that, guys. She took out $220,000, but she's at $307,000. Look at that, you absolute dunderhead.
You stupid woman.
870. So can you imagine? My grand total is 647,508. Now, this is wild, but a lot of healthcare professionals that I know have similar debt ranges. So we're basically worth more negative than positive. How in the world do you get out of these things? So my student loans, I've been posting a lot. I've been counting on public service loan forgiveness, and I'll talk more about that in some of my other videos.
Cooked, guys. Cooked. And guys, her name is Andrea, Mom Life and Baby Tips. Do you see wife anywhere in this? No. Right? What did I say, guys? Student loan debt? You know? Bastard kids, right? Yes. Call me Jay Stradamus because, guys, I can just predict this by now, right? If you guys think she's going to get out of this debt,
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
she's cooked. And guys, this is what they voted for. This is what they wanted. This chick's out here. She's, maybe like a doctor or a physician's assistant trying to be strong and independent.
I am woman, hear me roar, in numbers too big to ignore.
To have all this debt she's never going to pay off. And why would you buy a house when you have student loan debt? Stupid. Look at this, guys. She has 8 comments. Someone says, about 1% of people get the public student loan forgiveness. I wouldn't count on that. Next chick says, I have $95K between my master's, bachelor's, and my car. Chick says, we're on the same boat. We have a home that's under $400K. What are you talking about? Oh, guys, wait a minute. She's not a doctor. She's an RN. Look at that, guys. How do you get this much in debt for student loans for an RN? You'd think she'd be a surgeon. Guys are hashtags. Hashtag student loans. Hashtag debt transparency. Hashtag mortgage. Hashtag home loan. Hashtag loans. Look at that, guys. Clown world. Guys, what I say about bastard kids, right? You know?
I'm going to share with you guys how much debt I'm in as a 25-year-old with a 4-month-old. Starting off, I have 4 credit cards and a monthly car payment that is $717. And I have everything written down on a piece of paper. So, between my 4 credit cards, I have a total of $8,941.43 in credit card debt. And I feel like that's not as bad as it's...
Did she just say that Her car payment is $700 a month?
Sounds, because I think that it is doable paying it off. I don't think it's that much. You know, like it could definitely be worse for credit card debt. And then for my car payment, I have a total of $33,953.09 left on my car payment. Bruh. Putting me at a grand total of $42,894.52 in debt. And that does not include any of my school loans.
Look at
and
that.
My school loans are quite a lot. They are really high, so I'm not gonna go over those. But yeah, like personal debt that I have is, let me just say it one more time for those in the back, $42,894.52. So hopefully that makes someone else feel better about their debts, their credit card debts, their car payment debts, their school loan debts, because, you know, people might not talk about it, but I guarantee you anyone you talk to is in debt.
Guys, you notice she has a tattoo on her ear? You see this? Look at this, guys. Hold on, let me see if I can catch it here. Look at this. Guys, look at that.
You tell her she's a goddamn whore.
Hey guys, this is supposed to be a debt transparency video, but she's like, yeah, I'm just gonna not talk about my student loans. You absolute dunderhead. What are you talking about? Look at that, guys. She has 9 comments. I have $20,000 in credit card debt. Next person says, I'm in the same boat. Guys are hashtags. Hashtag debt free, hashtag debt payoff, hashtag debt free journey, hashtag paying off debt, hashtag debt payoff, hashtag debt payoff journey. This chick is cooked. Oh yeah, and we'll have all the student loan debt. She probably has 6 figures worth. Do all this stuff and then bring a bastard kid into it. That makes perfect sense, right guys? Yeah, that seems to be the best decision to make for society.
Some people are really fucking stupid.
Clown world.
Shocking to like a lot of people, but I started off my TikTok journey last year in $70,000 plus in just credit card debt.
70,000.
I think I'm finally ready to talk about it, even though like I feel like debt is one of those things that is super, super embarrassing to talk about. But like in this economy and everything, like a lot of us have it, but we just don't talk about it because it's super embarrassing. You're not supposed to get yourself into debt like that. But as of like right now, it's what, March, January, February, March, it's April. As of right now in April, I've gotten that down by about half. This is kind of what I always do. I've always been a person with debt, who's carried debt.
Of course.
Always. And I usually get it paid about halfway down, and then I give up, and then it's even more the next time. But I'm not giving up this time. But I know there's got to be like more people out there that are in this situation that are trying to dig themselves out. Maybe not of $70,000 worth of debt, but maybe just like $10,000. So I'm going to do a whole breakdown in the next few days of like what I started out at, what I've paid towards it, where I'm at right now, and then I'm going to do like a weekly check-in. Because my ultimate goal is to get it all paid off so that I can get a new car. And I don't really want to I could get a new car right now, but I don't really want to do that with all this debt like hanging over my head. Because my current car, even though it's like on its last leg, it's an Explorer and it's a piece of crap, it's falling apart and I need a new car, but like it's paid off. So if you are a mama, or you don't even have to be a mom, anyone that's on a debt journey, you feel lost, you feel like you're alone in this, you're not alone. You're not alone. There are lots of people in debt. They just don't talk about it. A lot of people just don't talk about it, but I'm going to talk about it. And if you want to join me and follow me, give this a like, give this a follow, do all the things. We're going to talk debt and we're going to talk how to get out of it. I love you guys. Bye. This is probably...
Look at that, guys. Clown world. So you guys are telling me that she does things halfway and just gives up, right?
Just like a woman.
What a joke. What an absolute joke, guys. You know? And did you guys hear how she said she wants to get out of debt just so she can buy a new car.
You stupid woman.
Clown world. Why? Why are people so dumb? So you're gonna get a new car and put yourself in debt again. Absolutely insane. Guys, once again, the only reason why they do this is because they expect one of us to swoop in.
Here I come to save the day.
And pay their bills. It makes no sense. It makes no sense at all. And look, guys, just 53 comments. Girl, so we're just about the same. You go. I should start paying off my $100,000 plus in student loans. Clown world. What is going on? Absolutely insane. Guys, don't pay their bills. Don't pay their bills. This chick says, I have a house, 5 degrees worth of student loans and credit card debt. I've accepted that it'll be with me forever. Clown world. Guys, are hashtags. Hashtag debt payoff. This, but of course, guys, of course. Look at the size of this chick's face, right, guys? Come on.
Silly Jedi. Silly Jedi.
Let's get into this.
4 years old and I currently owe $31,876 in credit card debt, and this is my credit card debt breakdown. I have 7 accounts that I need to pay off, and I'm going to be listing them from lowest to highest. So the first one is my Saver One credit card. I currently owe $200 on that one. I have an Affirm account where I basically set up payment plans, and on that I owe $276. On my Freedom Chase account, I owe $1,872. On my Capital One card, I owe $4,260. On my Best Buy credit card, I owe $6,204. On my Chase credit card, I owe $7,380. And last but not least, certainly not least, on my Discover credit card, I owe $11,600.
$11,000.
I know, it's a lot, and I know exactly how I got to this point, so I am going to find a way to get out of it. I am going to be paying off all of this debt this year. I will make it happen. If you're drowning in debt too, follow along because we're going to get this debt paid off this year.
Right,
I'm 24 years old. And
guys, she's 24 years old. First of all, she looks like she's 44, right? And guys, if you honestly think that she's going to pay off all this debt by the end of 2025?
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
Clown world. Guys, $31,876 in credit card debt at 24 years old. What the hell has she been buying? I could see if it was student loan debt, maybe, right? But guys, all these are all credit cards. And of course, she has an Affirm. Guys, Affirm is like Klarna or any of those layaways, right? Guys, that Discover card, that's like 15, 20% interest. She's cooked. Look at that. And guys, she has 137 comments here. That Discover card is the highest for me, right? Now, here we go. Let's look at some of these numbers here, guys. Person says, I'm 30K in debt. Next person says, I'm 49,000 in debt. This chick says 22,000. Look at that. Cooked. Cooked. Guys, don't pay their bills. Don't pay their bills. Don't pay their bills. Guys, are hashtags. Hashtag debt payoff. Hashtag payoff debt trend. Hashtag debt free journey. Clown world. Guys, this chick says she has over $100,000 of debt. Look at that. Guys, this is not a game, man. This is not a game, guys. This is why this year, gentlemen, in 2025, we must not give them our money. We will not pay their bills. We will not vote for politicians that'll bail these broads out. No more food stamps. So say we all. So say we all.
Student loans and credit card debt.
And how much is it? Because I'm tired of being the only one coming on here telling my business. The $100,000 was a summation of a car payment, student loans, and credit card debt. Damn. And I just got tired of it, honestly. Now, y'all already know I sold my car, which had $35,000 left on the note. But I still have $40,000 worth of credit card debt and $40,000 worth of student loans. Taking out student loans and going to college is the American dream, and I did it. Well, fell for it, I should say. And we already see that Joe and Kamala, they is liars. They is not rescuing me from that. So I gotta clean up what I messed up. In college, in the few years after that, I was spending them racks, obviously, and interest has been eating me up. I was taking trips, going out to dinner, buying bags, shoes, clothes, literally anything I wanted. And I would just say, I'm gonna pay it off later. And then I didn't because something else important came up. But I'm about to be 30 now, and I'm trying to leave them ways in the past. So I gotta spend the first couple years of my 30s cleaning up this mess like I just cleaned up this closet. And then we're gonna invest, build generational wealth, and be millionaires by the time we're 40. Because I don't want to be broke.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
Fucking shit, you guys. Oh no, you guys. Guys, rate the Delulu level.
It's over 9,000!
I try to not swear, but get the fuck out of here. Guys, this chick thinks that she's gonna be in debt in her 30s and somehow in 10 years become a millionaire. What are you talking about, you absolute dunderhead?
You stupid woman.
Clown world.
Broke anymore. I do not want to have a negative net worth. I'm trying to be on a yacht somewhere, drinking a mocktail, rich as hell. Are you joining me on a journey or what? Do y'all have student
Look at that. Guys, right here, this is the ultimate expression of what's wrong with feminism.
I am woman, hear me roar, in numbers too big to ignore.
Guys, this chick, instead of spending her late 20s and early 30s saying, look, I need to, get married and probably, have some kids while my biological clock is still good. She's trying to pay off debt so by her 40s, she can build generational wealth and be a millionaire. Guys, what is going on? How did we end here? How did we end up here, guys? How? Guys, what is going on? As I guarantee, you give this chick, she said she's 30, so in 5 years, guys, we all know what's in her future, right, guys?
You didn't have second thoughts. Now you're a single mom.
Clown world. Hey guys, once again, let's just go down these comments here and let's look at the amounts. I'm not going to read the comments. Person says 44,000 in debt. Person says 33,000. These are all B-dubs. Look at that. 27,000, 30,000. Actually, 30,000 in student loans, 13,000 in credit cards, and $6K on the car. 17,000 in credit card debt. Chick says, I have a newborn. I'm $23,000 in credit card debt. Look at that. Cooked. They're so cooked. Guys, boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Look at that, guys. Their hashtags. Hashtag debt. Hashtag debt-free journey. Hashtag debt-free journeys. Hashtag debt-free girly. Hashtag finance TikTok. Hashtag finance goals. Hashtag debt-free tips. Please, come on.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Hashtag debt-free transparency. Hashtag debt-free 2023. Hashtag debt snowball. Hashtag debt-free community. Hashtag credit card debt. Come on, guys. Clown world.
$60,000 in debt. And that's not even all of it. That's just what we were talking about. Hey y'all, I'm Nay. Welcome to my space. If you know me personally, you know I'm all about making moves. And that's kind of how we got in this $60,000 of debt type of thing. So I'm going to tell you a little bit of the backstory. I ain't going to get all in my business, but I'm going to give y'all enough. Let's just say I've always been into starting businesses and investing.
Please.
I did that a couple of times. It didn't pan out. that is how we got in a good amount of this debt. It started because I went to school out of state, loved my college, wouldn't change it for the world. But I came out of college with $70,000 a debt.
Damn.
On top of that, went through some life, relationship issues, made the best decision when it comes to investing. I'm really good at budgeting. So I've never put myself in a position that I couldn't...
Wait. You said you have $60,000 in debt and you say that you're good at budgeting?
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
What are you talking about?
That's not necessarily a good mindset, which is why I have to change my mindset. Although I can afford the debt, it's not good to have that much debt. If that makes sense. I'm not behind on any payments. Nothing's in collections. Sharing my journey, I can help avoid anyone else from getting in the same situation, encourage others who may be in a similar situation that I am, and we can grow and learn together. I'm not a financial expert in any way, shape, or form.
That's obvious.
I just enjoy budgeting and got myself in some poor decisions, so I'm getting myself out of it and I'm documenting the journey. That's it, and that's all.
Guys, anyone who would take advice from this knucklehead, come on, man.
Some people are really fucking stupid.
Really? And guys, whoever she divorced, bro, you dodged a bullet, man. All these chicks trying to be empowering, right?
Beta female!
What are you talking about? This chick's never getting out of debt. And I think she's like a teacher. This is in her classroom, guys. She's screwed. And we all know these businesses she's trying to start were all the multi-level marketing schemes, right? Cooked. And she probably divorced her husband because she gave him an ultimatum. Pay off all my debt or else. And you know what? Jamal took or else. He said and got out of there. Guys never pay their debts. Right? This is the thing about all these chicks that want to be entrepreneurs. These entrepreneur chicks are the same as these creatives. They want you to fund their dreams, right? They want to be able to piss money away, and it can't be their money, it has to be yours. And guys, of course, she doesn't have any comments here, because she's a knucklehead. Guys, her hashtags, #debt, #debt-free journey, #money transparency, #budgeting, please.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
So as I said it once, and I'll say it again, these 304s are broke as a joke. Broke, guys. You guys, what do we always say over here, right? What do we always say?
Winter is coming.
Winter is here, guys. Student loan debt, high interest car loans, bastard kids, foreclosures, they're cooked. They're cooked. And the only reason why these chicks are so lackadaisical about money is because ultimately they expect us guys to swoop in and pay their bills.
Here I come to save the day.
Don't pay their bills, guys. Don't do it. The worst thing that you can do is try and be Captain Save-A-Skank and pay off their bills because she's going to leave you the moment that you do. So guys, we're going to go back to the dumpster fire known as TikTok and look at these chicks whining about how broke they are, right? So let's get into this.
Let's break down my credit card debt together so that I can help you feel better about your finances.
Look at that.
All right, are we ready? Because this is spread across 8 credit cards and it's going to blow your mind. Let's start off with my smallest amount and work all the way up to my highest credit card. So first off, I have my Shields credit card. This is the one that we're currently working on paying off, and it is sitting at $2,874.
Look at that.
Next, after that is my Discover card, and that is sitting at $4,844. Next, after that is my Chase Disney card, and this is sitting at $5,593. After that, I have my Star card, which is sitting at $7,628. And after that is my husband's Star card, because yes, we both have one, and his is sitting at $8,028. Then we have my Visa Platinum card, which is sitting at $11,283.
Look at
and
that.
And then we have my Cash Rewards card, which is sitting at $19,725.
Look at that. Cooked. $19,000 on one credit card? Stupid.
And then we have my highest card. That's my American Express, and it's sitting at $24,987. When you add all of these together, that's a total of $84,962 in credit card debt alone. This does not include student loans. This does not include car loans. Just credit cards. If you're interested in watching me pay all of this off without going bankrupt, I want you to press follow because I'm doing just that.
Look at that, guys. Now, guys, can we all admit that her husband is beta male for even marrying this idiot? Because we know she had this debt when they got married. And guys, she has student loans. This is just credit card debt. You guys notice how, guys, he has too much credit card debt for a guy anyways, right? Beta male. You know what I'm saying? But guys, that's what a beta would do, is run up credit card debt. But that's $8,000. Fine, but look at how much credit card debt she has. Look at that. He has $8,000. She has the rest. Absolutely insane. And she probably has like another 50, 60K in student loan debt for her underwater lesbian studies degree. Clown world. Someone put Caleb Hammer. Person says, suddenly my $1,000 that I owe doesn't seem so bad. Someone says the only place that you should be traveling to is a second job. Facts. Look at that. Someone says, when you said smallest to largest and kicked off to 2K, I almost had a heart attack. Look at that. Someone says, she said not including student loans or car loans. Lol. Someone says, suddenly my $2,100 in credit card debt's not so bad. Look at that, guys. Clown world.
I am $129,299 in credit card debt.
Look at
No,
that.
unfortunately, this is not a joke. This is actually my real life and a bunch of poor decisions that came together. I wanted to start documenting my journey of getting out of this debt just in case it could help anybody else. So these are my credit cards, my husband's credit cards, and the total of $129,299 in credit card debt.
Now, guys, here, let's pump the brakes here, right? Now, you guys might be noticing a pattern, right? That she still has most of the debt. You know? They're cooked, guys. They're so cooked. Guys, look. Actually, she earns more than her husband, too. Right? So, obviously, that's why her husband has all the credit card debt. Beta male.
Now, we also have a car loan. This doesn't include that. And a couple student loans doesn't include that. This is strictly credit cards, which looking back, like how in the world did they approve me for this? Like, I'm not saying it's their fault. It's definitely mine and my poor decisions, but damn. I'm going to be documenting the whole journey of paying off this $130,000 in credit card debt. I'll break down exactly what our expenses are, how much we make, and the whole process of paying this off and how long it takes me.
Look at this. The minimum payments. $2,898. That's a credit card minimum monthly payments. Absolutely insane. Look at that. Totally cooked, guys. Look at this. Person says, my 26K is not sounding too bad right now. Someone says, I don't understand how you can make over $12,000 a month and be so far in debt. Facts. Look at that. Someone says, you can do this. Yeah, right.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Someone says, Chase Bank's favorite customer. Look at that. You guys, this is not counting student loans and car payments. Cooked. Guys, what the fuck are they think? I try to not swear, but guys, what is going on here? And you know, guys, that most of this debt, especially cars and student loans, is hers. And you know that he can't stop her from buying more because she out-earns him. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely insane, guys. Never put yourself in this position. Clown world. Guys, of course, I have to translate, because you might not be able to understand what this dunderhead's gonna say.
We now can
Here we go.
Are you ready to see what $66,000 of debt looks like?
I thought she was gonna go show a picture of a whole bunch of fast food. Because we all know that's where that credit card debt went. Oh no, is that the Golden Corral? Oh no, look at that. You guys, look at that.
The balance on my US bank card is $1,428.75. This is my Citibank card. It's currently at $9,555.20. I have a Chase Sapphire card that I got purely for travel reasons, and that is currently sitting at $6,967.58. I have a credit union credit card that is currently sitting at $9,404.62. This card is a credit card from Columbia Bank, and it's currently sitting at $1,145.26. A Home Depot credit card with a balance of $7,035.07. My car loan is currently sitting at $13,096.47.
You guys want to bet that that's an Altima?
Last but not least, I have a personal loan that is sitting at $18,135.61.
Why?
This is a grand total of $66,768.56.
$66,768.56. She's cooked. Cooked.
Always remember to be kind, especially to yourself.
Look at that, guys. Look at that. So she got a credit card for $6,000 for travel. Here, why don't you put some running shoes on and travel down the road a little bit on your feet, lose some weight. Come on, man. Look at that. Someone says maybe your traveling should be at 0. Look at that. This person says if you have to travel on a credit card, you shouldn't go. She says the credit card wasn't to pay for travel. It's just to have the points to be able to travel with. What? What a dunderhead. Guys, this is how these chicks are. Guys, if you have any ex-girlfriends or chicks that used to bone back in the day that are trying to talk to you guys, it's because they're trying to find some simp, some goof, pay off their credit card debt. Don't pay their bills, guys. Don't pay their bills. Don't pay their bills, guys. It's an absolute joke. These chicks are cooked. They've had 60, 70 years of this feminist, strong and independent female foolishness, right?
I am woman, hear me roar, in numbers too big to ignore.
And they've been free to succeed, and they've been free to fail, and the majority of them are choosing to fail. So guys, we're gonna go to the dumpster fire known as TikTok and look at more of these chicks whining about being broke, and let's get into this.
I have been in debt most of my life. I have made really bad financial decisions, and I've had a horrible mindset towards money and credit cards and debt and everything for so many years. I will say in 2020, I got very serious about my debt payoff, about budgeting. I got very into it. And then in about 2022, I fell off and I just kind of completely forgot about it. Didn't really pay attention to it, whatever. So I've always been like in and out. I've paid off my credit cards and then I'm good. And then I get back in debt. And it's like this endless cycle, but I'm finally at a point now to where I've changed my mindset. I'm doing better. I'm working on paying off my debt, and I'm like serious about it this time. And I'm like, no more after that. But it is so easy to get so wrapped up and consumed in the fact that you have the open credit and you have easy access to all this money. At one point, I had almost $100,000 in open credit, and nobody needs that much money. Nobody needs that much open line of credit. And I just was in my head of thought, oh, it's like, I need that for what? Because then you're just gonna spend it. And I would just spend and spend and spend and spend on what? And now it's like, I don't even know what the hell I would spend my money on. And I could make so many videos about what I did spend my money on. At the end of the day, it's all just stuff. And I will say there is some stuff that I don't regret. Like I've gone on many trips and I've seen so many concerts and I've done so many things and I've had fun and I've enjoyed my life, but I didn't need to put it on a credit card. And that's the most important thing. So when I'm out of debt, finally, for the last time, I'm not going to get back into it and I'm going to enjoy my life and pay for things cash because I can and I will be able to. I can't wait for that day though.
Is there anything worse than these stupid glasses? She has these stupid tattoos and, that stupid hand clap thing that these chicks do. Look at that, guys.
You stupid woman.
Guys, if you think that she's going to get out of debt and stay out of debt,
you've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
Clown world. And guys talks about going on trips. Right? That means she let friggin' Jean-Pierre in France. You know what I'm saying? Liam in England. You know what I'm saying? Mario in Italy. Shoot up the club. Hey guys, look at these comments. This is my issue. I pay my credit cards off and then all of a sudden I'm in debt again. I need a mindset change forever. Looking back, I had no need to put anything on credit cards. I could have purchased the thing, gone to a restaurant if I had budgeted. Look at that. You're not alone. Look at this. I paid off my debt between 2020 and 2024. It took 4 years and I'm glad. Look at that, guys. Look at that. These chicks are cooked. Cooked. Guys, don't pay off their debt. Clown world.
I am saying this out loud for the first time.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I know, guys. I was a little late with the translation.
But I have $1,800 of credit card debt at 20 years old. Now you may be like, wow, Elise, like, you're so irresponsible. How could you do that? Well, I drained all of my savings and ended up moving over 200 miles away from where I was. I'd already had about $1,000 of accumulated debt by that point due to rent, utilities, groceries, stuff like that.
Cooked.
Now, some of you guys may know, I live in my dad's basement, so it's not really like I'm giving him very much. Like, I try and keep the house clean, I do the dishes, I mop the floors and stuff. But I am living rent-free. Because of that, I really don't like to ask him for any money for groceries and stuff like that. And I pay for all of my gas by myself. He does pay me about $2 an hour to help my siblings every month work through school stuff because they're unschooled. But $200 is about the amount of gas to just go to school for 1 month. Now, I do drive part way and then take the bus the rest of the way, so I'm not paying for parking. But I do have some pretty chaotic days where I have to drive to a separate city for class. I just realized that if I ever want to get my CNA certificate, I need to somehow come up with $150 in order to just get the paper that says that I am a certified nurse assistant. And I need that to apply to my nursing program in January. I just don't really know what to do with everything financially because I barely have enough time to help my siblings with their schoolwork. But if I have to get a job on top of my credits and everything, then I don't know what my grades are going to look like. Especially with this, like, sleep disorder stuff I'm dealing with. Like, I always thought that it was because of how much melatonin I took to fall asleep at night. And then I went off of melatonin, and all of a sudden I'm still falling asleep during the day. And then I go to my doctor, and she's like, yeah, this is not normal. So I don't know what to do. But if any of you guys have ideas, I would appreciate it.
You better DoorDash, you moron. You better get a paper route. What is she talking about? Look at that, guys. Just lazy. And $1,800 in credit card debt already. Look at that, guys. What a joke. Why are they so dumb, guys? Why? Don't be this chick. So, doesn't have a job.
You're a bum.
Lives in your dad's basement.
You're a bum.
Look at that, guys. Can't even pay $150 for her nursing whatever.
You're a bum.
Look at this. And look at these knuckleheads. She says, this person here, I have $10,000 in debt. Person says, I have $2,500, $1,800, $3,000. Look at that. $4,000, $14K. I'm just reading these off. 32 years old with $28K. Person says 22 with $6K plus. Chick says 43 with $17K. Look at that, guys. They're cooked. Cooked. Clown world.
If there's one thing I would never take from myself, that's my own advice. As someone who has been unemployed for 1.5 years, but is self-employed, just makes no money, so I don't give myself any credit or grace when it comes to calling it my job because I'm in debt.
Dumbass.
And the advice that you should not take is that I don't care.
Look at
Someone
that.
asked me yesterday, do you have a job? I said no. He thought I was a lazy ass. he felt so bad that he texted me today saying, I'm sorry, like, I get it's a sore subject. Like, oh my God, it's not. So that just taught myself a lesson to not devalue what I do, because people are actually going to think that, like, I'm not working. And because I know that I'm working hard, that's why I don't care about being in debt right now. And I don't mean working hard in a 9-to-5 bust ass, never unlock your eyes from the screen and you sit all like chained to your computer. No, I truly work when I want, think about things as they flow, live my life, stay busy in the meantime. But I know that, like, I'm moving my business. It's not in a fast way at all. Snail's pace, but like that wins the race because I'm following what my intuition says I should do.
And your intuition's wrong because you're broke. You absolute dunderhead. Guys, what is she talking about? She's broke and she's in debt and she thinks that what she's doing is right?
You stupid woman.
Clown world.
And just because I can't prove it yet, that makes me feel stuck. Just in terms of social media. And that's why I kind of like to take a step back sometimes. Just like, who cares? Why am I rushing myself for a social media post? Just go as it flows, you know? I had to wait 1.5 years to start my first in-person markets, to start making any money because shit just wasn't working on here. So that's fine. And because posting on here doesn't feel right now. And that's fine. So I lean into the markets and I am having fun and enjoying those. And those are the best thing ever. I don't know. I'm just doing whatever my body tells me to do. And it's so chill. I swear to God, I have lost an easy 5 pounds because of not stressing. And that is such a privilege that it takes blowing your life up to get here. My life is still blown up. That's fine. I'm just willing to wait it out. I'll stay in the ashes, you know, because what is the rising terminology? I love to get deep and spiritual after hitting a gardening substance. So if you think I'm insane, good, because I am, but I do believe that insanity gets shit done. Do I have anything to prove that yet? No, other than knowing that it's fine. It's fine. Just because I haven't been making money, haven't been employed in 1.5 years, doesn't mean I should be. I don't care. I don't care. Life's too short. What about this? What about that? I don't care. It will work out. I don't know. Can't pay off my credit card right now and I'm not stressed about it because I feel so in alignment.
Is this not the most woman post that you've ever seen? Go with the feelings. Don't worry about anything. Intuition. Come on.
I ain't gonna lie. The only thing I'm finna increase is my motherfucking fist across your goddamn face. That's what the fuck, that's what's about to get increased.
This chick is broke. She claims she has some business. She's going at her own pace. She doesn't care. Guys, so much cap. Come on.
Stop the cap.
What a joke. What an absolute joke. This is modern women's finances right here. I couldn't have picked a more perfect post, guys. Look at this. Look at that. You're not employed. You're a business owner. Most of us start from nothing. Look at that. People are encouraging this dunderhead. You're cooked. You are cooked. Broke, in debt, not making any money, talking shit on TikTok. What is going on, guys? Guys, don't be this person right here. And if this person thinks that her business is going to take off with this attitude...
Listen, I don't know what the fuck you saying, but all I know, you ain't getting a motherfucking dime.
Well, this chick is cooked. But alright, guys. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for making it to the end of the video. You guys are still here. Like, subscribe, drop a comment. I have a second channel called 501-304s. That's linked in the description. Please go and check that out. Guys, join my Discord. Check out the playlist at the end. I'm offering memberships now. You guys get access to my daytime lives, my members-only content. Thanks to you guys that are already members. And yeah, guys, I'm out of here. Have a good one.